I ain't scared of shit, and you gonna find that out. And as you seen, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level.
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since
Everybody.
2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't care about nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stuff a mud hole in their ass, and he gonna be next.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is undoubtedly one of the biggest fights in boxing history, but their recent press conference turned into pure chaos as tensions boiled over. Egos clashed, and the intensity of the moment revealed just how personal and explosive this showdown has become.
I respect everybody, but if you f with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turkey Alashake ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of him. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when talking about Canelo Alvarez. He claimed that Canelo has always been allowed to cherry-pick his opponents and dismissed the hype surrounding him. Mayweather pointed out that when they fought, it was an easy win event, though he was nearly 40 years old at the time. He criticized the boxing world for constantly elevating Canelo while disrespecting other fighters, insisting their fight was never close and that Canelo was never the threat people made him out to be.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting.
Moreover, Terence Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bayomac McIntyre, shared his expectations for the fight, predicting a competitive start before Crawford makes his signature in-fight adjustments. McIntyre expressed full confidence that, as seen in past performances, Crawford would gradually take control and dominate as the bout progressed. While he didn't reveal specific strategies, he made it clear that he expects Crawford to take over in the later rounds and finish the fight strong.
It's gonna play out, man. You know, like I always say, it's gonna be a tough few rounds. You know, until Terence makes his adjustments, and then, like he does every fight, he's gonna take it over and run away with it.
How does that look like?
Well, you know, I ain't gonna put it out there like that, but I just.
However, the latest Canelo vs. Crawford press conference was nothing short of intense, packed with sharp exchanges, tense stare-downs, and constant interruptions as both fighters traded verbal jabs and stood their ground without backing down.
Looking for Terence to dominate. I know, going through.
Antonio Tarver spoke passionately about the upcoming fight, saying he's been warning people for a long time about Terence Crawford's unique energy. He believes Crawford is a serious threat fighter with an unmatched intensity. Tarver questioned whether Canelo Alvarez still has the fire to dig deep, especially with his declining footwork and the lack of real challenges in recent fights. He emphasized that Canelo will need to push himself to the absolute limit to stand a chance against someone as dangerous and hungry as Crawford.
I ain't scared of shit, and you gonna find that out. And as you seen, the last press conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, They ain't on my level. And you
I
know that.
fought everybody.
The last fight that you fought since
Everybody. Everybody.
2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will.
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. They ain't that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stuff a mud hole in their ass that he gonna be next.
Coach Calvin Ford shared his excitement about the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford showdown, expressing happiness for both fighters. He pointed out that it's been a while since Crawford faced a major name and praised Canelo as one of boxing greats. Ford highlighted the significance of this fight for the sport, calling it a pivotal moment for both athletes. He added that this matchup gives fans something real to talk about and emphasized that, at this stage in their careers, both men truly need each other in their careers to create.
I gotta ask you, Canelo Crawford, here you go. Come on, bro. I've been telling y'all for the longest. That boy got that energy. And you know what energy I'm talking about? What is that? Tarver energy. Yes, sir. Tarver. He got that. Yes, so you know, get that. We don't see nobody, bro. Now he in there with a dog, Canelo. Now, Canelo footwork ain't been what it's supposed to be lately. And he hasn't fought a real threat in a long time. Now, sometimes we can get so comfortable in that zone. But now you gotta go down deep to get ready for Crawford. You feel me? He gotta go deep. Now, we don't know. Canelo still have that in him. We don't see. We don't see. But now,
When asked how he would prepare Crawford to face the so-called face of boxing, Coach Calvin Ford said he wouldn't change a thing. He pointed to Crawford's dominant performance against Errol Spence Jr. about many expected to be a war, but ended up being completely one-sided. Ford even compared the energy of that fight to Hagler versus Hearns, though with a far more surprising outcome. He believes that if both Canelo and Crawford show up at their absolute best, fans could finally witness the kind of legendary fight they've been waiting for.
Fighters, Crawford getting another serious young African American fighting. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's alive. Canelo is the GOAT, and it's good for Terence Crawford to see that guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for Canelo to see him. It gives something for the boxing world to talk about, and everybody looking forward to it.
Max Kellerman shared his thoughts on the magnitude of the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford showdown, placing it among the biggest boxing events he's ever witnessed. Having covered legendary bouts featuring Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, and the unforgettable clash between Anthony Joshua and Wladimir Klitschko, Kellerman admitted this matchup might surpass them all. He emphasized that while those fights were monumental, the scale, timing, and significance of Canelo versus Crawford could make it the #1 event on his list.
Why would I change up what he's been doing? He's been winning. He's been getting the job done. When he shut down Earl, that was
that was perfect.
It ain't like he ain't been in no big fights. That was a fight everybody thought they was gonna get a roller coaster. And then went turns.
That was like Hagler Hearns. You thought you didn't know what was gonna happen.
We didn't get that.
And he dominated.
We didn't get that fight that we thought we was gonna get.
Yeah.
And then seeing Canelo and him do it, everybody said, man, we might get the fight.
He noted that with Netflix involved, this could become the most-watched championship fight in nearly 50 years. Kellerman recalled Muhammad Ali's 1978 rematch with Leon Spinks, which reached an astonishing 90 million television sets, a number that's remained unmatched, while pay-per-view blockbusters like Mayweather vs. Pacquiao pulled in millions of buys. Kellerman emphasized that streaming has the potential to reach even more viewers. If the average viewership per household mirrors past trends, this fight could draw numbers unlike anything boxing has seen in the modern era. From a commercial standpoint, he confidently predicted it would be the biggest boxing event he's ever covered.
Where would you rank this fight out of your top 3 to 5 of all the boxing fights you've called, you've experienced, you've watched?
In terms of the magnitude of the
magnitude,
fight?
yeah.
I mean, of the fights that I've called ringside, it might turn out to be #1. I've done Pacquiao fights, I've done Mayweather fights, I've done Anthony Joshua against